I'm in the car studio. I'm excited to talk to you about the Casio Tidegraph Moon Phase. One of the, probably one of the most affordable and best alternatives for the G-Shock Tidegraph watch, because that's a few $100s, right? I think it's probably around $600, even the Frogman and things like that. They're 600 plus. So this one, wait for it at the end. Wow. I'm all linked up with my Metas on, so all the audio is going to be tracked through my sunglasses or my glasses, which is fantastic. No problem. Super convenient. Hopefully the quality is good. Comment below, let me know what you think. Now, thanks to Steve, he loaned her out to me, got it back from the cottage. WS-1300H. All right, I got my notes here. We got the watch on the wrist, and I got a few minutes to talk about the Casio Tidegraph Moon Phase. Well, let's take a look at how she wears and fits on the wrist. I mean, it is really nice. Now, one thing right off the bat, because you have this resin case and strap system, is you have to be mindful of how tight you're going to wear this, because it has that wrinkle design at the top near the lug connection. And let's see if you can see that. Don't worry, I'm going to provide you lots of B-roll and close-ups and stuff so you can get a good look at it. But anyway, that can pinch right into your wrist. So, and that's not the most comfortable feeling there. So hopefully you can see that. But yeah, it can pinch right into your wrist, and you just want to be mindful of that for a comfortable wear. Otherwise, with its lightweight and everything, it fits really good. My wrists are 7¼ inches, and yeah, I mean, all the way down, full resin, right down to the pin and buckle closure. Now, value for dollar, there's a lot going on with this. You have a lot of options, a lot of features, great design. It's not going to be as tough as your G-Shock, obviously. You can tell by the plastic or resin, the feel of it. But definitely you have some toughness offered here. And a very rugged design overall. A thickness of 14.8 millimeters. So that's right around that, climbing into that G-Shock range. And I like the way the case is designed with the recessed acrylic crystal below, so that if you have any accidental knocks, the case is going to take the brunt of it, and the actual crystal will hopefully not get scratched or cracked or dented or whatever. Overall package, though, for the thing, I mean, 49 grams, that's great. Light on the wrist. It's a positive display for starters, and you know I like those better than the negative ones, so it's great. Visibility is awesome from a number of different angles. So you're not going to have many complaints, other than maybe some sun glare and things like that. But for the most part, just a quick movement of the wrist there, and you'll be able to see this thing from most angles, no problem. And with low light visibility, when you access that light, you can also change the setting to increase the monitoring time for the light. I believe it goes from 1 or 1.5 seconds to 3 seconds that you can change it to. So let's get this Casio home, get her in the studio, take some shots, and we'll get this review done. White gloves, bird's eye view. Well, she's pretty rugged. We may not need the white gloves, but definitely a bird's eye view. The following takes place between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Time, somewhere in Canada. All right, maybe the best affordable Tidegraph Moon Phase watch on the market, bar none. If you like water sports, whatever, activities, outdoorsy stuff, this one might just be right up your alley. And it's not going to break the bank either. It costs less than a case of beer, literally. Canadian beer too. But let's get a bird's eye view and check out the WS-1300H Tidegraph Moon Phase. The specs are similar though to a G-Shock because of the build, and it is a Casio at the end of the day. We're looking at 50mm case, 17mm lug with that integrated design, 14.8mm thickness, 49 grams, full kit out of the box. 4-button functionality, and they are textured buttons. They actually look pretty good, and they're easy to manipulate. A screw-down case back plate has all the relevant information etched into the back, helps out with this 100 meters of water resistance. Now, the watch's battery life, 10 years, like, geez, wow. And it takes a simple CR 2025. You can probably find it at one of your local hardware stores close to you. No problem. Now the dial is broken up into 4 sections. Top sections for the day, date, middle section for that Tidegraph animation. Right side is the moon phase, and your lower main positive display Very clear, easy to read, legible, you got it, you name it. Now, similar setup to what you're used to. You have the adjust in the top left, you have top right is the light, we have mode in the bottom left, and then we have search to maneuver around and navigate around on the bottom right. Now, to move through your functions, the usual operation, as you would expect, is the mode button in your bottom left. Will take you through all of the different settings and features that you have available to you. And when you scroll through, you have your home time screen, obviously, with the day, date, then you have the time below, and you have 12 and 24-hour monitoring capabilities. Your first option screen is going to be the tide graph screen. Second will be your stopwatch. Then you have your countdown timer. And the good thing about that is that the countdown timer, when it's displayed, and I'll show you the close-ups and the overheads for that, is the actual time is displayed in that top quadrant. Check it. You do have your regular home time displayed in the top portion of that when you're operating the timer. I like that. You have 3 alarms to choose from for whatever it is you want to monitor or set for, any special occasions. You also have a dual time functionality here. The ability to monitor 2 time zones is just great. This day and age, especially with us working with people all across Canada, not to mention in the US and in the world. It's awesome. At the press of a button, you could actually know exactly what time it is in the East Coast, West Coast, and way overseas to our friends in Europe. So, and then one more push and you'll hear a different tone or a different chime for when you get back to the home screen, letting you know you've gotten back there, no problem. It's really good. It's a traditional functionality. I'm not seeing anything that's, off the charts, weird or different about it. It's got that traditional function. And it does the job. Thanks to Stephen for loaning it out to me. I appreciate that. It's been great, hands-on on the wrist for the last week. It checks off so many boxes. And at the end of the day, you're not breaking the bank to get your hands on it. Basically, you can go to Amazon and try to find it or go to any reputable resource that's going to distribute Casio. They may have it in stock for you, but this thing flies off the shelves pretty quick at that $30 price point. So who's it for? You name it. Anybody. It could be a gift for your kid, making sure they're on time for curfew. It could be a gift for your spouse, something rugged that they could wear to work that you don't have to worry about. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, if it breaks, it gets stolen, you get lost, you lose it, whatever it might be, it gets damaged, you could always go out and buy another one. That's my time. I'm Ross. Thanks for coming to the channel. Appreciate all the support. Do all the fancy things to keep the algorithm working strong. Like if you like the content and you want to come back and see another video, drop a comment. Let me know what you think of the WS-1300H. And I think that's my time for today. We'll see you on the next one.